Hello, this is my post-gym daily check-in. Like I said, I do these every day, twice a day, partly to keep myself accountable, give me something to do. And the other part of it is every problem I face in life, I really try and tackle from like a systematic sort of way. I and I knew in order for me to understand myself and make progress and figure out a roadmap of my emotional recovery and current positioning, I needed evidence. And I'm not a big fan of writing. I never learned how to hold a pen properly, so it kind of makes a fist, and my arm cramps pretty quick, so I don't take notes very well. I figured video documents would be the better way to go. So that's why I do this. I've shared the last couple of them on Facebook. And I've had several people reach out to me, so that was very encouraging, and I thank you for that. It gives me hope that I'm moving in the right direction anyway, so that's always nice. And if I can help other people, man, even better. I really I resonate with that idea of help me, help you, and vice versa. Recovery and mental health issues are complicated, and what works for one person doesn't work for another, but talking about it helps. So anyway, the point that I was getting at is I'll probably stop sharing these on Facebook after this, and then in another month or so, once everything's been cleaned up, I'll probably share the link to the YouTube channel. Every time I do these, I'll blast that in my Facebook timeline, and you can choose to ignore it or join the YouTube channel and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, back to my updates. Same kind of format and protocol. I made it to the gym this morning. I had a good workout. I went and visited my parents, and then I went to visit my brother from another mother and give him a hand with some drywall quick. And then I went for a coffee walk, came home, and took that ADHD pill a little later in the day than I had hoped. And I don't know if I was just tired or it made me tired, but I ended up passing out on the couch. So I don't know if it was instant clarity, I don't know. And too much time has passed. So I'm like, I don't know if it worked or not. You tell me if I seem clearer and less ADHD distracted in this video than the previous one, then I guess it worked. And if it didn't, then maybe I need to ramp up the dose. But anyway, I document these videos or document my mental health on a twice daily basis. Again, in large part because I approach things systematically. Every time I face a problem, I break it down to that like first principles kind of thing, right? I need to collect evidence and figure out an architecture, an abstract view of the problem, and then I start dialing into individual things later on. And that's very much how I've approached my own mental health struggles. I mentioned in the earlier video that I created an emotional roadmap using a mind map diagram, and with interconnected nodes, and I kind of presented that to my therapist, and she was like, "That's it, okay." I very much was trying to approach this in kind of like a linear timeline manner, because that's how my brain works. And she made it very clear that, like, look, healing is not going to be a linear path. It's going to be, bing, bang, bong all over the map. And she was right. It's very much been like 1 minute I'm focused on this, and the next I'm back. And, this morning it was all about lust, and right now it's more about, finding the self, not worth, but like, not even confidence, but I don't know, the desire to keep moving forward, like relight the flame. I've picked up a lot of these spiritual videos, and a lot of them talk about during an awakening, after you've metabolized pain and hurt and traumas, and a lot of people experience it's like a dark phase where you lose all ambition and motivation. And I don't think that's me. I mean, I woke up today pretty gun-ho, man. I was like, fuck, I'm going to the gym, I'm doing this, I'm getting back home, I'm cleaning my house, and I'm going to reorganize my office and get that shit going so I can work on this side business. Those last three things didn't happen, by the way. I just got carried away doing other things. My emotional health is more important at this time, so I felt like I needed a walk, so I went and got some coffee and just walked through a park close to my house here, and it was a nice day, man, so I'll take advantage of it. Fuck, it's carpe diem. But anyway, yeah, just to what am I trying to say? I was sidetracked myself here, and now I can't remember. Going back to metabolizing my pain, and understanding my own struggles, right? And you know what I'd love to do, what I'm trying to do. Never mind love. What I'm intentionally trying to do is to really kind of dissect my own emotional process and understanding of myself, and compartmentalize all of that into like actionable, implementable steps for other people. You know, and I don't know where that takes me. You know, I mean, maybe I end up writing a book. Fuck, who knows? You know, I in my heart, I feel like the closest thing, and in likelihood, would be, you know, if I keep documenting this and I build up, you know, a series of not checklists or to-do lists, but just this is what I tried, this is what worked, you know, and things work differently for different people, you know. For me, somatic rituals are huge, man. The cold water exposure is a big part of my snapping myself out of a slump, you know. And that's, for me, it's that 3 minutes of suck, right? Because it sucks. It's again, it's like doing HIIT on the treadmill at the gym. For those 2 or 3 or 4 minutes of high intensity workout, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just thinking, stay conscious so you don't fall off the bike, or in the pool tub, or in the in the cold plunge case, it's, you know, stay conscious so you don't drown. And that, it works for me. It gives me that temporary 3 minutes of relief for, you know, 15-minute cycle or whatever. But that doesn't work for everybody, right? So that's why I'm really trying to document my steps and progress, and yeah, I mean, trying to come up with something again, like in terms of implementable, actionable items that others might find helpful. And you know, I'm kind of hoping that's the pivot point in the channel too, where, you know, it pivots from being the one man's journey of like heart and brain dump, to more of you know, these are 3 things that I learned about myself when it comes to lust, or, you know, self-control problems, or you know, I can't think of anything, of course, off the top of my head right now, but, you know, there's literally an entire web of things that everybody kind of struggles with, and some people more than others. But anyway, that's sort of my goal. That's my objective moving forward. And for me, it's helpful, man, because it gives me a purpose, right? It's like, not that I have multiple things on the go right now that I'm trying to keep focused on, because it does give me a sense of purpose. And you know, seeking full-time employment it's not on my radar right now. I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to work for other people anymore. I'm tired of it. I've done it for 20 years and they all fucking suck. Not, they don't all suck, but I'm just tired of it, man. It's, you know, my head is like a square peg forced through a round hole, or maybe it's a square head and a round hole. But anyway, I've never been good at geometric shapes and shit. Is that a round or is that a square? I don't know. An oval, egg. Anyway, the point is, for me, I gotta find ways of just keep pushing forward, right? Like, look for the light at the end of the tunnel, man. And, you know, I was just telling someone that my tunnel is long and it's dark, but I see the light at the end. You know, I know I have a lot of work to do and there's a long path ahead of me, but, you know, having that glimmer of hope, man, that's what I need. You know, that you know, grit will push you through the bullshit in the beginning, but at some point you kind of have to look for that, you know, finish line. So anyway, I'm hoping I'm getting there. Anyway, I gotta stop, Maury. It's 9 minutes. Holy smokes! Again, if you're watching, I appreciate it. I see you. I love you. And we'll hopefully we'll chat soon. Take care. Boop. Where's the close?